Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, as I'm among friends, can I be honest? I'm a bit nervous. Immediately after tomorrow's show, I am off to the airport for what will be my first overseas trip in almost 2.5 years. I've been doing these trips now for more than 3 decades, and in the past, international travel has been almost second nature. But I seem to have lost the knack. I've made a list of all the things I need to do before I go and all the things I need to take with me, but I'm constantly checking and rechecking the list, terrified that I might forget some vital piece of kit. I guess that's what a COVID layoff for 2 years can do. I'm having to relearn a thing I've done for almost 30 years without a moment's hesitation. So while I'm checking my list for the umpteenth time today, let me post the question of the day, roll the intro, and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Wednesday, the 25th of May, and as that remarkably persistent and surprisingly nervous guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's heavily Liebherr flavoured show, we have a double dose of Liebherr to grab your attention. That'll make sense in just a second. We're taking an exclusive look around the very latest wheel loader offering from those fine folks at Hyundai. Want to work in narrow space with zero emissions? We may have your answer. A Marseille tower block topples to the power of an Arden attachment. And just temporarily, we're turning our Hillhead highlights slot blue. That will make sense in a second as well. We'll get to all of that in just a moment. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to former heavyweight boxing champion Gene Tunney and to actor and tap dancer Bill Robinson, a man perhaps better known by his nickname, Mr. Bojangles. Happy birthday also to lyricist Hal David, the man who wrote the words to Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head and Do You Know the Way to San Jose? I'll be singing that all day now. I've said that. It's happy birthday also to Sir Ian McKellen, cheesy DJ Dave Lee Travis, to movie funny man Mike Myers, and to rugby legend Johnny Wilkinson. But far more importantly than all of that, today marks the birthday of the mod father himself, Mr. Paul Weller. Do we have time for a quick aside? I think we probably do. So those of a certain age will remember that Paul Weller was with the Jam. The Jam had a song called Down in the Tube Station at Midnight. When I was sitting my O-level, that's a GCSE to the younger among you, back about 100 years ago, my essay title for my exam was A Final Meeting. And I basically stole the premise of Down in the Tube Station at Midnight, and I got my A grade GCSE or O-level in English, thanks to Mr. Paul Weller. I probably still owe him a thank you for that, but many happy returns to them, one and all. Timing is everything, they say. So there I was about 6:30 this morning, pondering what our lead story might be when my computer pinged. And it pinged to notify me of a new video from those fine folks at Hyundai Construction Equipment. And this video takes a closer look at the company's new HL600V series wheel loaders. I took a look, and suddenly I had today's lead story. Now, we have some very exciting Hyundai related news coming very soon. If you're planning to visit the Hillhead exhibition, you want to listen out for that. We'll be telling you more in just well, over the next few weeks. So keep your eyes peeled and your ears peeled. Do you peel your ears? I don't know. Just while all of that was going on, I've had a message here from our friend Dan Cullen. Please mention my groups on WhatsApp and Signal Messenger app for demo, rail, and construction. No spam comments or pics, just 100% jobs and free advertising. If looking for work, people can advertise their availability on my groups. Not entirely sure where you find Dan on WhatsApp or any of the other bits and pieces, but I can tell you Dan Cullen is over on LinkedIn. So if you're an employer and you're looking for staff, or if you're staff looking for a suitable employer, go over to LinkedIn and check out Dan Cullen, and he will guide you in the right direction. Right, where were we? Okay, I said at the top of the show that there was going to be a fair bit of Liebherr flavour today, and here we are. Before I play you the first quip, however, just a very quick point of order. Here in the field of demolition, I often see companies investing hundreds of thousands of pounds and possibly even millions of pounds on a carrier machine like a high-reach excavator, and then skimping on the piece of kit that actually does the real work. The attachment. You wouldn't buy a Mercedes car and insist upon a Skoda steering wheel now, would you? With that in mind, if you're in the business of handling materials or handling scrap and you're running a Liebherr base machine, then surely this makes perfect sense.
Hi, I'm Gary Muirhead, and you're watching The Breakfast Show.
Thanks for that, Gary. That right there was the new Liebherr GMM50 5-ton grab. It's designed to work with carrier machines in the 35 to 55 ton operating weight class. If you'd like to know more, I've just put a link in the chat. You can go and have a look at that at your leisure. Now, before we temporarily move on from all things Liebherr, I have something pretty special to show you. Now, you know I don't do cranes. So the notion of featuring a harbour crane on here is something I wouldn't normally consider. But when the Liebherr creative team get to play with what they describe as the best LHM we have ever made, well, that kind of changes things. I would imagine our friend Tristan Mays is feeling slightly aroused somewhere in the world right about now, and we're not done with Liebherr quite yet.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Next up, we're off to that fine city of Marseille, down on the French Riviera. home of Bouillabaisse, Pastis and the Stade Velodrome. And I only mention that final one because I saw England beat Tunisia there in the 1998 World Cup, thanks to Alan Shearer and Paul Scholes, if I remember rightly. But I digress. The reason for the visit to Marseille this time is not food, drink, or even football related. It's demolition related. And while we're focused primarily on the attachment from our friends over at Arden, I can't help noticing that Liebherr has sneaked in yet again. It's times like this I wish I'd paid more attention during my schoolboy French lessons. Instead, I shall call upon my very best Eddie Izzard French. Le singe est dans l'arbre. I think that should probably cover it.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
Narrow access? Not a problem. Zero emissions? Check. Quietest possible operation? We've got you covered.
Hi, I'm John Fitzmaurice, and you're watching The Breakfast Show.
You're absolutely right, John. You certainly are. Could that machine be the soft strip solution of the future? Possibly. It is now less than a month until the Hillhead exhibition once again throws open its doors to welcome visitors to stride purposefully down the Hall Road at the beginning of the day, and then to trudge exhausted back up that same Hall Road at the end of the day. Now, in addition to all the mobile equipment on display at the show, some of the kit will be just a bit more static. One such machine is the Chieftain 1700X screener from PowerScreen. The new machine is actually making its debut at the show, but Blue Group have already sold the first unit to Brett Aggregates down in Kent, and you can see that one in action in our latest Hillhead highlight. that's another machine added to my must-see at Hillhead list.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of the main part of this morning's show. I'll roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. Let's talk overseas travel. Let's talk American gun law. Let's talk high-reach Liebherr excavators or anything else that takes your fancy. If you can't stick around for that, then please stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Have a great day, and thanks for watching, and thanks for taking part. But if you do have the time, the inclination, I'll see you on the other side of this.